welcome to the first TBR video that I've done in a long time. Today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be using Hey Reader, which is a TBR prompt generator website that I got my husband to build for me about a year ago. So I'm going to be picking about 3 books from that site, and then you guys voted on a book for me in a video that I had recently done called Retry or Unhaul, where I shared a bunch of books that I had tried or been avoiding, and I wanted you guys to vote on which one I should actually give a try. So there's that one, and then I've got the Read Your Bookshelf Challenge I'm going to be reading a book for, and then there's a couple other books that are calling me that I want to add to the list. So I'm going to get my computer up with Hey Reader and my screen recording started so we can start that way. So on Hey Reader you have 2 options. You can either pick a card or spin the wheel. And ever since I got Jared to add the spin the wheel option, that is, I don't know, it's a lot of fun for me waiting to see where the wheel lands. So we're gonna do this. I'm going to click spin. Okay, title random letter. So I need to go to the random letter generator and get them to pick a letter, and then pick the book based off of that. So random letter generator, first one, whatever it is. Number of letters, we want 1 letter. Okay, generate. B. So I usually ignore those, but let's see here. We've got The Bones Will Speak. Ooh, that's an option. This is book 2 in the Gwen Marcy series. Border Son, Beekeeper's Apprentice. This might be a good letter. I recently updated my TBR cart if you missed that video, and I'm really excited about all the books on this list. I think that's the only ones that really start with B. I'll tell you right now that Border Son is maybe a little less interesting to me. The Beekeeper's Apprentice would be a reread, but I probably read this about 10 years ago. And The Bones Will Speak is book 2 in a series. Oh, I want both of them. But I feel like I'm going to go with The Bones Will Speak. I really do want to read this one, but I have some open-ended series that I want to close up. So we will go with this one, I guess. That will be my choice for book 1. Now you guys can head over to Hey Reader and join the TBR. So the 3 books that I'm picking this way, you can go ahead and join. So you can, for the title with a random letter, you can use the random letter generator and get your own letter, or you can use the letter B like I have here and pick a book that way. We're going to get another prompt. Okay, this is a good start. I mean, I feel good because I want to read all these books anyway. So let's spin again. Seasonal. Okay. So for this, I was thinking something that obviously fits the season that you're in. So we're in summer. I'm not a huge summer reader, fall, winter, I can do that. But what feels like summer? Let's get those in there. Do you know which book jumps out at me the most? That's a summery book, at least the cover is. So I want to read book 1 here. This is Summer Promise, the Christy Miller, that's the first book in the series. This is a reread from my early teen years, I guess. Definitely all the girls in my school were reading these because that's what our Christian library had. So yeah, it says 14-year-old Christy Miller has the dream summer ahead of her in sun-kissed California, staying with her aunt and uncle at their beachfront home. Auntie Marty loves to shop, and those surfers are so cute, especially Todd. Christy promised her parents she wouldn't do anything she'd regret later, and some of her beach friends are a little wild. But Todd and his god-lover friends are giving Christy a new image of all things eternal. Can this summer live up to its promise? Yeah, so I'm mostly curious just to remember it from childhood, but also to see if would I want my daughter to read these books? I'm not sure. So that's not exactly where I saw this TBR going today, but That's why I like, you know, randomly picking some with these prompts. So we will do one last prompt this way. I'm trying to keep my TBR fairly small because I do like to mood read, and I like to add in books and stuff. So spin again. A friend pick. I'm probably not going to grab anyone in to pick this, so I'm going to leave this one and I'm going to get another prompt. Sometimes I'll grab someone in, but everyone's kind of busy doing their own thing right now. A kid pick, seriously, it really wants me to grab someone. No, I'm leaving them alone. A nature word in the title. Okay. So right off the bat, I'm thinking like beekeeper because a bee is a nature word. I don't know what these titles actually are. Last light. Light would be the light from the distant stars. Language of flowers. So my options are language of flowers, light from the distant stars, beekeeper's apprentice, and last light. So this is about foster care, aging out of foster care. This one I honestly don't know. I think some of you maybe said something on my TBR cart video, but I forget. This is like Sherlock-esque mystery. And this one is apparently like post-apocalyptic. Oh, I always struggle with that word. Or something like that. This one got a lot of comments. A lot of you said this is a very good book. And for that reason, I think I'm gonna go with this one. So this is the first in the Restoration novel series. It looks like there's 4 books. I possibly did read this one when I was younger, because I read a lot of Terry Blackstock in high school. This is copyright 2005. And I was graduated from high school already then, so maybe I didn't read this one. Because I went for a lot of years without reading thanks to university, which killed my love for reading. So we're gonna go with this one because I think light will count as a nature word. It does in my books, so I'll throw these ones back on. Now my plan is to show you a couple other books that I would really like to get to this month. I'm trying to keep my TBR fairly small. That being said, I will not kill myself over my TBR. Like if there is a book that's just really not calling to me, it's not interesting, whatever. A lot of people have started kind of going away from the TBR thing and doing like a pile of possibilities or a list of possibilities. That's how I approach a TBR. If other books are more interesting at the time, I'll read those. So for the Hey Reader challenge, the prompt for August is to read a book in a series. If you have not joined the not Hey Reader, it's on Hey Reader, but it's the Read Your Bookshelf challenge. I created that at the beginning of the year. I am giving a $100 gift certificate for books away at the end of the year. So I'll link my original announcement video. It has all the details. But what I'm thinking is for a book in a series, I could do this one, I could do this one, and I could do this one. So I'm going to count one of these for that one. Probably whichever one I read first, I'll use for that. So I'm going to read those. Then I have the book that you guys chose for me for the retry or unhaul, and I was kind of surprised. The book that won out, I mean, I'm not really surprised, but I thought there would be more that were close. The book that won out by far was Educated. So this is nonfiction about a woman's experience. There's a lot of conflicting thoughts. A lot of you really liked it. A lot of you thought she kind of like exaggerated things. I'm going to try it. I'm not promising to finish it, but I'm going to try it. I think that one had like 20% of the votes, and then really close up to that was Adam. And I'm kind of curious about this one, so I'm going to add it to my stack for this month. And if I don't read it, then I'm just going to get rid of it because it's kind of borderline. I'm so over Ted Dekker, but this one sounded interesting because 16 young women are dead, each injected with a mysterious illness on the night of a new moon and left in various underground basements or caverns. The murderer leaves no clues except for one scrawled in a red marked trademark. Eve. So that kind of caught my attention as someone that likes more like the mystery suspense side of things. So I'm going to put this one on my stack too and see where that goes. Then I have 3 more books that like I would really like to get to. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far, 6, 7, 8. This should be manageable. I usually read approximately 12 to 15 books a month, depending on like the length and, you know, different months. Summer has been a little harder. But I want to make sure I have time for other things in my life, so I don't want to read too many books. So I also want to keep this stack fairly small. But I got this one in from the library recently, Caught Red-Handed. If I can read this book, then I have finished this series by Gail Roper. I don't actually know what I think it's called like Amherst. I don't know what the series is called. But I read book 3 in July. So that would finish that off. This is like it's supposed to be a love-inspired suspense. I think it's a fairly stereotypical Christian suspense series, but the main character cracks me up because she is not scared of anything. She's like terrified and wants people to guard her and stuff, and I feel like this is a little bit more realistic than a lot of Christian suspense that I've read. And they're short little books, so you know, it's not a long commitment, it's just a few hours. So I would like to finish that series. Then I really want to read this book, Listen, Love, Repeat, Other-Centered Living in a Self-Centered World. I read this one probably about 5 years ago, and I got a lot of like practical tips from this book, and it just feels like the season to read this again. I want to be a better friend, and I think this book will help me with that. So I, other than Educated, have no other nonfiction on my stack for this month, so I generally kind of keep my nonfiction a little bit separate. I often read a little bit in the morning after I read my Bible and stuff, so there's that. And then this looks a lot bigger and more committed than it is. This is actually a collection of Sanderson books, but I want to read, what's it called? Edge Dancer. So how long is that one? 537. It is book 2.5 in the Stormlight Archive. So I finished Words of Radiance, and then I want to read Edge Dancer, which looks to be about 150 pages. Oh, I didn't know Sanderson could write such short books. It's that long. So I want to read Edge Dancer because then after that is Oathbringer. But I want to read this little novella that goes in between that follows one of the characters from the interludes. So I'm going to read that. And then, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. I don't know if I like pick 2 more off of the cart that are really calling me, or do I leave them there and do I wait for some inspiration, you know, like after I've read a few of these and I'm not really in the mood for what's next, do I come to my cart and do I look? Definitely ones that I would really like to get to are The Pawn, Beekeeper's Apprentice, Haunting at Bonaventure Circus. I want to continue this Runaway King, the Sentence series. I want to get to Safik. Oh man, like, right, I put these books on here because I want to read them. So I think I'll just leave it as this stack. And then after I finish them, or whenever I need a new book in the month, I feel like I'm looking for something different, I'll come to the cart and pull something off. Oh, no. I forgot. This is our buddy read for August. I almost forgot it. The Girl Behind the Red Rope. This is by Ted Dekker and Rochelle. Of course, my battery died. It's by Ted Dekker and Rochelle Dekker, and all I know is about some kind of cult. And yeah, so we're buddy reading this for August. Thanks. I can't believe I almost forgot that. I also actually thinking about buddy reads. I'm kind of doing this read along. I think I'm going to. A group of people on BookTube are doing a read along of the Lunar Chronicles, and it's been a few years since I read that series, and I really enjoyed book 1. So I have it coming from the library, and it's going to go on my stack, and I might read it for August. The book 1 is Cinder, which is a science fiction retelling of Cinderella, and I really enjoyed it. Cinder is a cyborg, and yeah, not really something I thought I would enjoy, but I really did. So there you have it. I think that's like my entire TBR / pile of possibilities, whatever, for the month of August. We'll see what I'll get to. I'm looking forward to all of these books, which is always nice when you can be excited about all the books on your list. But that looks like a completely doable stack to me. So thanks for watching, guys.